Can you believe it? We're on the last set of problems for the Algebra 1B semester practice exam. We've done a lot. Now, if you missed the first few videos, I'll be sure to link them down below in the comment in the description so that you can go back and be sure to get them. Also, make sure you're ready to get your extra credit because by showing all your steps and explanations on the practice exam, you're going to get some extra credit. So don't forget after we finish these problems that you send them to me so that I can update your gradebook. As always, if you have questions, please let me know. I would be glad to help in any way that I can. So just leave them in the comments below. But let's get started. We've got just 5 on this page. These are the last 5. So looking at problem number 33, we've got a right triangle. So I hope you're thinking of that Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now remember, c squared is the hypotenuse. So we're going to put 183 in for c. I'll put 33 in for A and leave the B. Now, I'm going to switch over to our Desmos calculator so that we can do some of these calculations pretty simple. I'm going to type in the 183 to the second. That gave me 33,489. I'm also going to put in my 33 to the second. It gives me 1,089. So in order to find B, I'm going to have to subtract that 1,089. So I get B squared equals, and then I've got 32,400. Now, friends, Desmos will take care of this part for you too. You have to do the square root, and you do that SQRT, and you can type in your number, 32,400, and you get that B is 180. So pretty nice if I want to use that Desmos calculator. All right, I'm going to switch back our view so that we can see the practice exam a little bit better. Let's look at problem number 32. We're asked to simplify the radical expression by rationalizing the denominator. That is a mouthful that just simply means get the radical, the square root, out of the denominator. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to multiply the top and the bottom of the fraction by the square root. That's it. Now let's see what happens. Okay. I've got 8 times the square root of 26. Notice I can't multiply a number that's outside of a square root with a number that's inside of a square root. They've got to be separate. But square root of 26 times square root of 26, that's just 26. No square root anymore. Now, notice the 8 and the 26 are both outside of a square root, and they're both divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide them by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 26 divided by 2 is 13. That's it. That's my answer. Remember what I did? I needed to get the square root out of the denominator, and I did that. That's why just simply multiply by the square root, top and bottom, and you're good. All right, look at number 33. We get 35. We get another freebie. Yay. So I put a copy of the question and the answer for you so that you can select the correct answer there. Let's move on. We've only got number 36 left. Now, friends, this is a lot like a division problem. It is a division problem. And I didn't think I had enough room, so I'm bringing over a piece of paper so that I can have a little bit more space to work that one. Hope that's okay with you. Feel free to use that yourself if that will help you be able to solve this one. So I'm going to put the 4x plus 2 on the outside of the house. Sorry, I revert to my division as the house and outside the house. And now I'm going to ask myself, what times 4x would give me 24x squared? Well, that would be 6x. Now let's multiply. 6x times 4x is 24x squared. 6x times 2 is 12x. Now in algebra, normally we would subtract, but in algebra, it's easier to add and change all the signs. So I'm going to do that. These two will cancel. That leaves me with negative 28x, and I'm going to bring down the 18. Now we ask ourselves, what times 4x would give me negative 28x, and that would be negative 7. Now multiply. Negative 7 times 4x is negative 28x. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. And remember, in algebra, it's easier to add and change the signs. So that leaves me with 32. Now 32 is called my remainder, but I want to show you how I actually write that. So I've got my answer, call that the quotient. And then I've got my remainder on the top of a fraction, the 4x plus 2 on the bottom. Okay, now make sure you send this work along with your answer here so that you get credit for the problem. Okay. All right, one more to go. We got number 37 here. And again, it's another division problem. So I'm going to keep this extra piece of paper over here for us to work with. Just don't want to run out of room. So now I'm going to put the 2x plus 1 outside the house and the 4x minus 1 under the house. And let's ask ourselves, what times 2x would give me 4x? That's 2. Let's multiply. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. Remember, in algebra, it's easier to add and change the signs. So that leaves me with negative 3. Negative 3 is my remainder. So my answer would be 2 plus negative 3 over 2x plus 1. Or you can write that as 2 minus 3 over 2x plus 1. Either one would work here for the simplified form. All right, you did it. Yay, you finished all the problems in the review, in the practice exam, excuse me. There's a few things to do. So make sure you send me pictures or scans of your work so that you get your extra credit. And then also be sure and do your very best on the semester exam. You have that practice exam right beside you so that you're looking at the problem, you're looking at your practice exam so that you do your absolute very best. If there's anything I can do or any questions that you have for me, leave them in the comments below. I'll be glad to help in any way that I can. Bye for now and good luck.